I applied for Medicaid, I have Medicaid now, and that's probably been the best coverage I've had since I've been working at Starbucks.
You know, I'm so proud of the fact that 25 years before the Affordable Care Act, Starbucks provided health insurance to our partners.
Whenever I do hear, how progressive they are, I just kind of have to bite back some snarky comments.
I heard partner after partner talk about how healthcare enhanced the lives of them and their families.
Over the years, Starbucks healthcare plans have gotten more expensive. The coverage has not gone up.
Hundreds and thousands of stories of people in the company who have benefited from health insurance.
I can't afford Starbucks health insurance with getting taken out of my paycheck. Like, I'm barely paying rent and bills now with what I get paid at Starbucks. If I had to pay $100 out of my check weekly, I'd be struggling to pay for food.
Well, Starbucks always says that they value us. Sorry, it makes me a little... Sorry. I've given more than a decade of my life to this company that I give so much time and passion to, and Starbucks doesn't really do anything to help us out. They can afford it, they can do a lot more, and they choose not to.
We talked a little bit about healthcare and the healthcare that I use as a trans woman. And then immediately after that, it kind of shifted to, well, I know you're using the trans healthcare benefits. Just know that whenever you're unionizing, you could gain, you could lose, or you could stay the same with those benefits. So it felt like a very implicit threat that if we unionized, I would lose access to healthcare.
Our commitment to providing health care to all of our employees, all of our partners who work more than 20 hours a week.
You think they're protecting their workers, but that's not really the case. It's kind of driving workers more into debt if they do get it, so they choose not to, and then they leave them in a risky situation.
Over the last couple of years, I have amassed a couple $1,000s in debt, all for very routine procedures. I have ulcerative colitis, which is a digestive disorder. I have to get colonoscopies every 2 years, and the insurance says it's not preventative care, so they won't cover it.
I go to the City MD with my Starbucks insurance, and I have to pay a $200 copay for the checkup, and they tell me I have an infection and I need penicillin for it. And then when I go to get the penicillin, it's $100. It really stressed me out. It made me feel like I really couldn't go to the doctor even though I had health insurance.
I had a tumor underneath my ear on my parotid gland for about 5-ish years. I was always worried about the cost, which is why I avoided getting it checked out. Finally, I got it removed. It was non-cancerous, but the doctors say if I waited longer, it could have become cancerous. Here I am with, a couple thousand in bills that I have to owe.
I did struggle with dental insurance with Starbucks, and I needed a root canal pretty bad, and I went to the dentist and they were like, yeah, it's not covered, and I ended up paying $3,000 for a root canal out of my own pocket. Pretty much my savings.
Some years, I get close to 50% of my paycheck paid to healthcare. I have a couple $100s at the moment that is left outstanding. That's kind of difficult to pay off. I have to prioritize other bills and other necessities before that.
Bloomberg is reporting baristas at the company say their managers are warning them that transgender inclusive healthcare benefits could go away if those workers unionize.
They basically put out a letter that was like, we know that y'all are concerned that Starbucks won't provide you access to healthcare, won't provide you access to this benefit. And we just want to say, we won't answer that question.
Starbucks can give all of their updated, current, and future benefits to any and all partners, whether they're unionizing or not. It's just been undecided and unclear whether or not it's going to actually extend to everyone right now.
I think that the goal with a lot of that is confusion and misinformation. I think that they want partners to be scared and panic that they will lose these benefits and access to them.
Things like healthcare should never be dangled over people's heads like that, especially by a company that just has such a progressive message.
We formed a union because these are some of these issues that are really weighing hard on us. Starbucks always has said that they listen to us.
Make sure that you know I am listening.
And they respect us.
The kind of culture that respects and dignifies all people in the company.
But they've never been there. And this is why we decided to organize. We want to make things better. They can afford it. They can absolutely afford to give it to us and to help us out and to give us even more, and they just choose not to. And it's disgusting.
If you ask our people, what is the 2 or 3 biggest benefits that Starbucks provides? Number 1 is Spotify.